What's up, guys? Whew. Bedtime sometimes is a little stressful for the kids, but we made it. We made it. Guys, what's going on? Are you reading some of your comments? What do you think of the Camry? Camry's a great car. Imagine Lexus makes a four-door RCF with better rear look. Yeah, but they haven't, so... Lexus equals real luxury. BMW is Onkyo. Guys, what's going on? We're going to play some video games tonight. Maybe discuss a little bit about what's on my mind. Obviously, the title of this video here. So, yeah, exciting times. That's all I'll say. Very exciting times. Ooh, this is new. Mark, what's going up, man? Wait. You just deleted your message?
You have arrived at your destination.
Definitely want to change my car. I bought the Acura NSX today on this game. Kirk, where's my beer? Bro, go buy me one. I'll drink one. No, I feel like I want to save a little bit of alcohol on my stream for, like, you know, special occasions, things like that. You know, hey, how about this for my 10,000 subscriber stream? Things are gonna get a little bit crazy in a good way. I'm not gonna be like belligerent or anything, but I'll just be enjoying myself, very happy. So we're getting there, guys. We're almost at like 7,300 subs. Isn't that crazy? It's crazy. It's freaking awesome. Well, I just picked this car. What's going on? And yes, I picked to be a girl in this game. I don't know. Don't know why. So for the people here, what do you think? What do you think? Should I cover some additional car brands in terms of news and things like that? What do you think? I like Mazda quite a bit, guys. You guys are awfully quiet tonight. That's okay. Stream is just starting. It always starts off really quiet, especially when I'm playing games. I don't know if you guys are just like distracted by my average racing skills. And then eventually you guys start talking up. Can you guys hear that? Can you hear that rotary engine of that RX-8 trying to take me down? You hear that? Super cool. Do like Mazdas. Whoa, I'm only at 8%. I'm in last place. Oh man, I don't even know if this race is even worth doing. I'm in last place. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be brutal. Red Elephants is in the house. Jesse Fernandez is in the house. What's up, guys? Thanks for coming out tonight. Oh my, this Miata is way too slow. It's way too slow. You got to pick a different car. Modify the Sienna, says Kev. No. It's it's got to be my most reliable vehicle, so not gonna modify it. Oh, what?
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
But it would be fun.
Called me, said there's a classic car abandoned in a barn near here, and then hung up. Weird, right? Does this kind of thing happen often at Horizon?
Do a body kit?
Calculating route.
Nope. Not doing it. If I lived in Florida again, maybe. If it was like my fifth vehicle and I just had ridiculous amounts of money to just blow. Those sort of projects are for a channel. Like, I would need to have like 100,000 subscribers for me to do stuff like that. Which is definitely a possibility. But not right now. Did you hear about the fully electric Mustang at SEMA? No, I didn't. 900 horsepower and 1,000 pound-feet of torque with a 6-speed manual. Oh, that's crazy. Not sure when you're supposed to shift gear at Redline. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't see how a 6-speed manual would even be. It would make sense, you know? I don't see how it would make sense. Okay. Power wagon. Should I be in the Land Cruiser, aka the Prado? People have been saying I've been saying Prado wrong. I've been saying a Prado, but apparently it's Prado. Whatever. Whatever. We don't get it in America. This car is not even real here. It's not even real. Tomato, guys. Yeah, I don't. Electric Mustang sounds cool, but probably not for another 10 years. Who knows? Who knows? I don't know the future. But I don't ever see the manual transmission being a thing in an electric car. Doesn't make sense. I know Honda kind of did it with like the CRZ. I think that's what it's called. The little two-door hybrid that they made for a while. I think they put a manual transmission in that, and that's pretty crazy, but the thing didn't sell well, so. When the Land Cruiser convertible comes out, will it be called the LC convertible or the LCC? Got that off of the ISC. It might be the the LC 500C. I could see that. Or they could just call it like the LC 500 convertible. Yeah. I don't know. I don't think they've nameplated anything or trademarked anything for the LC convertible, so oh, this thing's huge. Is there a 6x6 up there? Do you guys see that thing? The Punisher. Do you see this Raptor that says a Punisher on the side? Man, it's not looking good. I'm getting roasted already. It's definitely been a little bit more fun to drive than the Miata was on these snowy roads. Get my way, Bronco. See this 6x6 in front of me? That thing is so ridiculous looking. It's freaking leaving me in the dust, though. Oh, I might get passed by a Jeep here. Jeez Louise. Oh my gosh, they're all beating me. If and when the GS gets discontinued, is it going to be replaced? They are so, like, zip-lipped on the GS. It's very frustrating. But I don't think the GS is going to be around. That's my personal take. Take it with a grain of salt. I think they're killing the GS. I hope I'm wrong. But that's what signs are pointing towards. And unless they unveil, like, some ridiculous thing at, like, the LA Auto Show or something fairly soon. But who knows? Yeah, the GS, man, it's a good car. It's just outdated, underpowered for the segment. But it's a good car. It would be tough for me to, if I was in the market, to buy a new one when a 13 is like identical, you know, for the most part. This is a really long race. I'm only a quarter of the way through. This is crazy. Kevbot says he bought the 13. Good choice. It's, yeah. You get 13 with low miles and you save yourself, I don't know what, 30 grand from buying a new one. It's essentially the same car. Stas Glory 2012, they skipped the GS for 1 year so they could do it again if they needed. Yeah, it's true. It's true. They could do that again. I mean, the GS doesn't need that much. Doesn't need much. Put the 3.5 liter twin turbo in it from the LS. Or, you know, give them the option of that or the 5 liter V8. People would be happy. It essentially, it is unacceptable for it to have the same motor as like the Toyota Sienna. It's unacceptable. How's the stream coming through, guys? Is it decent? I'm kind of racing and not watching how smooth the stream is. It looks fairly good, though. I wonder how the RC all-wheel drive does. Oh, you wonder how the RC all-wheel drive does in the snow? Does this fine. As long as the snow is like 5 or 6 inches or less, it should be just fine in the snow. I mean, anything will do fine in the snow if it's got snow tires too. Unless it's rear-wheel drive, then it's a little bit tougher. But anything front-wheel drive that has snow tires is pretty darn good. All-wheel drive with snow tires is amazing. Stream is really good, sounds and picture. Challenge you to 210 in the game. I don't have a car that goes that fast yet in the game. I think I have, well, the NSX that I have is could probably go to 210. But I got to find a road that'll allow me to do it. Toyota Lexus all-wheel drive system is a secret, like Coca-Cola recipe. Yeah, they like never talk about it. You know, you see, oh my gosh, that Jeep is flying. That guy has to be freezing. See that? He has no doors or no windows and no hardtop on that Jeep. He's got to be freezing. But yeah, they never talk about their all-wheel drive system. It's like their paint process. It's like a top secret thing, man. Yeah, like Subaru, that's all they talk about is their all-wheel drive. It's like their only thing they got going for them. Who else? Oh yeah, Acura. They're super handling all-wheel drive. That's all they talk about. Lexus is like, nah, we got all-wheel drive. And it's pretty good. But that's all we're going to tell you about it. Well, an LX will, yeah. An LX is essentially one of the best off-roading vehicles of all time. Or overlanding vehicles, anyways. Yeah, those things are extremely capable. I'm nowhere close to the guys in front of me. Nowhere close. This part's really snowy. It's definitely driving different than it was earlier. Which is pretty cool. Like, you know, the different road surfaces really affect how the vehicle drives. Not super realistic, but definitely is fun for a game. Guys, what's going on? If you haven't liked this stream yet, feel free to like it. I don't know if it does anything, but whatever. I'll appreciate it. My last big stream, I think I was holding like 20 people at a time. We had some really good convo going. It was a good time. You know, I'm kind of catching these guys, but the race is over, so it doesn't matter. Oh my gosh. That's hilarious. GSO wheel drive is very fun in the snow with traction off. The back end kicks out very easily if you want. Oh, absolutely.
Not called the gauntlet for nothing. Should we run it again?
Yeah, the all-wheel drive RC, IS, and GS are definitely rear-wheel drive bias for sure. Oh look guys, I got an M2. Hooray. I'll probably never race it in this game unless I'm like forced to. If there's like a BMW event or something. GS 350 2011 a boss. Yeah, I like that body style. Some people hate it, but I'm alright with it. There's the BMW I just got. I have not raced in this car yet. I think it's a drift car, so essentially it should be undrivable in the snow.
200 yards. Turn sharp right.
Pretty sure it's undrivable in the snow for the most part.
Turn sharp right.
Gosh. Oh, there's a car out here. This thing's so fast. Oh my gosh. Do. Uh-oh. Don't hit the rock wall or the truck. BMWs are really fun to drive though. But my '08 335i is very needy. Yeah, they're very needy, very high maintenance, and they're very expensive maintenance.
You have arrived at your destination.
Can't stand BMWs, Grand Coupe, 650, B7. I can do... Oh yeah, the Grand Coupes look really cool. I would agree with that. Who knew most BMW are stiff? I did almost feel like... Yeah. BMWs are not a very comfortable ride. I'll say that much. Unless you're like in a 5 or 7 series. I actually fairly impressed with those. Like the 3 series is not enjoyable in my opinion to drive. Unless like I had perfect roads. Absolutely perfect roads, which is not a thing here in the Midwest. So yeah. It's kind of like a California car or a Florida car. So oh, what? What? I can only pick one car? What the heck? I don't want to drive another Audi. Okay. Let's see what options I got here. Honda S2000. I need something with all-wheel drive. I think this is another snow event. Is there anything that's all-wheel drive? Oh, of course the Mercedes is. Okay, the Focus RS, that's a pretty sweet car. What do you think, guys? Should I get the Focus RS for this event? Seven Series are good when it comes to ride. Feels like an Alpina. Yeah, they're pretty nice. Let's see. Red Bull one looks kind of cool. Older Benzes are awesome, I agree. Like late 80s, early 90s Benzes, the real tank ones, especially the diesels, awesome. What do I think about Audi? I think they're pretty decent, but can really work on their interior quality. I think Audi is my favorite German luxury brand. So I think it might be safe to say that. I do like Porsches as well, though. Oh man, the game is telling me I suck, so let's let's reduce the difficulty a little bit. Porsches are great. Yeah, they're pretty nice. Red Elephant. A Genesis is like BMW and Audi maybe baby. I do like Genesis. I really do. I saw a G90 this morning. You see like 0 G90s. Like they're just super rare. And I'm like, dang, looks pretty good. Audi's only German brand I'd consider. Maybe Elise. Yeah, maybe. They too use a lot of plastics. I'd rather not see it on a $100,000 car. Yeah, yeah. Yep. Their materials are not the best on the interior. I don't know why you would ever have a G90 in New York City. Oh my gosh. That car probably has like a million dents and dings in it. Scratches. It's hard to rationalize having a really nice car in New York City. Yeah, this game doesn't do a very good job with the difficulty settings. That's for sure. Because I'm absolutely destroying the computer right now. on this difficulty setting. The last difficulty setting, which was one notch higher, I couldn't do anything better than like 6th place. Not the best AI settings. Seen 3 Genesis G90 so far in New York City. I believe it. There's a lot of people that live there. Increases your chances to see some high-end luxury cars. Well, I don't know if I'd call Genesis a high-end luxury car, but you know what I mean. A big one anyways. Oh, goodness. 19 Lexus LS500 was on the West Side Highway recently. Yeah. LS500s look so good. Yeah, Tesla's its own thing, man. It's hard to compare them to anything else. But they are definitely a threat to the automotive industry in its current state. Oh, look at that. I'll take a GT3 RS.
The rarest of cars at the festival. What can I say? When you play the wheel at Horizon, you don't. I should mention, we want to find out who is the best road racer here at Horizon, so I'll be taking the fastest qualifiers through after each round and eliminating the rest. Welcome to round 3.
Tesla performs like a luxury car, if not better than your average luxury car. Obviously, their performance, their acceleration is phenomenal, and their handling is really good too because of the low center of gravity and things like that. So, yeah, they are a phenomenal driving vehicle. They just have their limitations for obvious reasons, and their interiors are so-so, and their quality control is definitely so-so. Don't like Tesla. They look cheap. Yeah, why do they look cheap? Because they are cheap. Because they are cheap. They're really, really fast. And I wouldn't mind actually having one. Just because there's nothing out there like it to compete with it right now. They're kind of in their own segment. But, yeah. Not something that I would want to. I mean, you can't really work on them yourself, from the sounds of it, and I don't like the idea of that. So, and now in the future, let's say 10, 20 years, 10, 15 years from now, they should be super easy to work on. But as in right now, early adopters tax for electric vehicles. So, shoot, guys, you want me to keep racing? I can keep racing. I haven't played this game in a while. It's a little redundant. It's very redundant. All the pretty much all racing games are, to be honest. But do you guys have any favorite racing games? I think my favorite racing game of all time is probably Need for Speed Most Wanted. Like, came out in 2005. The first most No, it wouldn't be the first most wanted, would it? Maybe. That game was amazing. Had the BMW M3. Like a 2003 M3 on the cover. Thing was awesome. That was my favorite BMW years, like the early 2000s. Oh, they looked awesome.
Don't go home with a goldfish.
You need to at least hit 200 miles an hour. Okay, I'll hit 200 miles an hour, and then we'll talk about some options that I'm considering for the channel that I'm probably going to do. But I'm having the stream because I value your guys' thoughts, your opinions, and that's what this channel's about, is to just raise discussion about vehicles that we like so much. So, okay, let's hit 200 miles an hour, and then we'll talk about it. Okay, so the NSX will hit 200. I bet this thing does too. All right, let's try the GT3 RS. I get a Lego cutscene. Okay.
Congratulations.
Wait, what's this?
You made it through to the spring season. Meet me at
Oh.
the festival. Our team will get you set up.
Okay. All right. It might be hard to hit 200 miles an hour in winter season, but spring season coming up shouldn't be an issue. This thing looks freaking awesome. Red Elephants, we bought a new Honda CR-V Touring yesterday. Congratulations, man. That's awesome. Congratulations. That's way more tech and safety features than our 15 GS. Still love the GS. The vehicle tech seems to be moving so much faster now. Yeah, it is. I mean, and the reason, like, a part of that is, like, honestly, what else can they do to the internal combustion engine? What else can they do to drivetrains if they continue to use internal combustion engine? There's nothing else they can really do. Slap a turbo on it? Well, that's been done before. That's nothing new, and they're doing it, obviously. So what's next, you know? Just making it more complicated so when it breaks, no one can fix it? Like, Nissan's variable compression ratios? That's crazy. That's super crazy. Yeah. Not a huge fan of how the 911 looks. It's okay. I think it's beautiful in its own way. I'm not like a super fan of it or anything, but I definitely like it. Yeah, vehicle tech is moving so fast, at least for the cabin. With Apple CarPlay and Android Auto now, with it, every vehicle should have that because our phones are the best piece of technology we have today. It adds so much more to our everyday life that our vehicles need to be able to essentially meld with our phone. If not, it's a huge missed opportunity. So, now that cars are having that, what else is left? Well, come up with a different way to propel the vehicle, which seems to be everything's going towards electric. So the only limitation on that right now is battery capacity. So in the next 5 to 10 years, we're going to see a lot of change in the automotive industry. I'm so excited for it. You guys know I talk about this all the time. So Infiniti and Acura need to step it up. I think Infiniti is going to be done in the next 5 years. You can quote me. I could be wrong. But I think Infiniti's done. Acura, they're stepping it up with the S-Type. They're stepping it up. At Infiniti, like, they got nothing, man. They got nothing. It's not that I don't like the brand. I just don't see a future for them. Is that bad? Is that bad? I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think Infiniti is going to be around for the long haul? I don't. I don't see it. The Element Swing said it had an Ultima with a CVT problem. It is wrong to never trust that company. Is it wrong to never trust that company again? No, absolutely not, man. I don't trust their CVTs at all. Not even a little bit. Not even a little bit. My cousin had an Ultima, and he had 2 CVT transmissions go bad on that thing. Yeah. Ooh, Lunatic's in the house. What? Lunatic comes out of left field. What's up, man? Cars need to be 100% safe. That's impossible. It's impossible. But they can always be safer. So, I agree with you there. They can be safer. But when you have, here's the thing. When you have cars, let's say on a single lane highway, and all that separates you is a foot between you hitting a vehicle going, if you're going 60, they're going 60, head-on collision. I mean, that's all it takes. There's no vehicle. The only vehicle that would win in that situation is the bigger vehicle. It's like a collision in football, right? Usually, the heavier object wins, or the one with lower center of gravity. And that's where electric vehicles come in too, right? Teslas are said to be super, super safe when it comes to collisions. And it's because they have a really, really low center of gravity. They're really hard to flip, and they just tank other vehicles. They like skate under them instead of like roll and flip on top of them and stuff. Infiniti looks weak as hell. Those interiors from the sedans. Yeah, Infinitis, man. Oh, I like their coupe though. And I think their QX80 is a decent vehicle. But nothing's perfect. So my grandma has an Infiniti, and that's the only one I've ever seen. So I doubt they will stay afloat without a redesign. Yeah, they just pulled out of Europe and Australia, I think. So that's not a good sign. Oh, and their CEO, their CEO is behind bars.
Turn right. You have arrived.
He was embezzling money and like buying yachts and stuff. Oh, springtime. Look at this little animation. Cool. Oh, how pretty. My little cottage.
I'm this close to putting you on the Horizon roster, but I feel like I might require just a tiny bit more convincing first. Well, it just so happens that we're preparing for our huge spring showcase coming up, and I'm looking for a driver to take part in it. Impress me out there, and I'll see what I can do.
I would have got a GS 450H if it didn't have a CVT. Oh, Red Elephant. He's always showering me with a nice little tip. Thanks, man. You're the best. You're the best. Hey, did you get that Land Cruiser, by the way? Red Elephants won the Patreon giveaway last month. I don't think if you got it or not. Hopefully you did. You should have got it like over a week ago, so, or something like that. I wish I've got a GS 450H if it didn't. I would have gotten a GS 450H if it didn't have a CVT. Well, Kev, the CVT, yeah, you're probably just saying in performance-wise you don't like the feel of it, and I understand that. But the CVTs, the eCVTs and Lexus and Toyota hybrids are super reliable. Land Cruiser's on the top shelf, looks good, awesome. Yeah, it was super clean. It was a nice find.
entered your destination.
Performance wise, I didn't like the CVT. Yeah, I can understand that. Got some Vipers up in here. Looks like a Cayman. Oh, there's that, what is it, a ZL1 Camaro? Is that what they call it? Man, I don't know my Chevys very well. What? Oh my gosh. Lexus Ambassador's in the house. What's up, man? I let my daughter play with it for about 2 minutes, and that was enough. Back on the shelf. Details are very nice. Even the seats recline. Hey, I didn't notice that. That's awesome. How old is your daughter? I got a bunch of them. I got a bunch of daughters. They're pretty amazing. So how do the graphics look, guys? You know, I have a very, very budget graphics card. Now, to credit the game still looks pretty well. I'm running at pretty darn low FPS. But most of you guys are probably watching on a phone, so it doesn't really matter. But what do you guys think? Do I need to upgrade my graphics card? A part of me wants to. I always want to update my graphics card. That's just me being a PC hardware enthusiast, but what is that behind me? Oh, it's the car in front of me that's making that sound. Do you hear that thing? It sounds crazy. It sounds like it's revving to like 12,000 RPM. I got wrecked that race. Dude, I run my games on a GTX 670. That's crazy. What is that, like? How old is a 670? Like 7 years old or something? Lexus Ambassador says it looks great. 4 years old, yeah. Oh, 4 years old. Yeah. My oldest is 3.5. So I don't let my girls play with my model cars. I mean, it's not like they're not worth anything. They're like $20, but still, I like having them as ornaments. You can see the SE, where's it at? SE 430 right there behind me. Got it in 2013. Yeah, so like 6-7 years old. That's crazy. Looks good. You had me on a 60-inch plasma. Jeez, my face has never been that big before. Holy cow. Good thing I'm playing the game and not like, you know, full screen my webcam right now. I feel bad. Does it still seem confirmed that no new Land Cruiser in the States? Until I hear differently, I guess. I mean, it doesn't look good unless they bring a redesigned Land Cruiser back. Like, what is it? The 70 series, if they bring that back somehow. I just built a model LFA. That was fun. Oh, that's really cool, man. SA430 is one nice convertible. It is. Hope everyone stays safe and warm with that huge Arctic blast coming. Yeah, we're supposed to get snow tonight where I live. Let's just check out the old forecast. Yeah, I'm right here. All right, let's watch the forecast together, guys. Is there a video? Do they have a video? So, oh, where's it at? Here we are. Montana. Sergeant Kobe, what's up, man? We're just checking the weather right now. Yeah, it's gonna be really cold. It's gonna be like a high of 20 here in Omaha tomorrow. Ooh, Northeast is gonna get slammed. No thanks. Wow, you're gonna get 3 days of snow next week? That's intense. I'm only gonna get like 1 to 3 inches in Omaha. Goodness gracious, a foot of snow. Yep. Yep. That's me right here. So we're not gonna get much snow. But you know what? I have an all-wheel drive Sienna now. What? And I fixed the AC on it today. Not that it matters. It was like 74 degrees yesterday, or 72 degrees yesterday. I drove to Lincoln for a wedding, and it was like, oh crap, my car doesn't have AC, and I didn't think to check it when I bought the car, which is, I mean, I can't think of anything. I'm human. Can't think of everything, I guess. But it was a super easy fix, so I'm very grateful for that. Super easy, super cheap, and I made a video on it today. You guys, you don't have to watch it, but it's mainly there for your entertainment, or if someone needs to fix their air conditioning in a Toyota. So it's super easy. Dude, I'm in Canada. This is nothing. That's true. That is true. What do you want to bet, Kirk? The next gen LS will be an all-electric vehicle? I don't know. Do you want to bet on it? I don't know. So there's a really good chance, and the reason is it's a good chance is because the LS's lifespan is usually like 10 years. LS 400 came out in 89 as a 90 model, right? So 90 to 2000. So 10-year span for the original LS. Then the LS 430 was only a 6-year span. Yeah, 01 to 06. And then the LS 460 was a 10-year span, 07 to 17. So let's say they do a 6-year, this is a 6-year revision. So that means in 2024, would that be right? 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, yeah, 2024. Counting with my fingers, guys. That's my small town Nebraska math. So in 2024, they would have potentially, at the earliest, a new LS. All electric. I don't think so. But who knows? It could be wrong. They could have a super high performing hybrid. Or like a plug-in hybrid. I don't know. Young G-Bone hates all the electric stuff. There are certain things about it that I hate. There's certain things about it that I know are better, and that's the trend. That's the trend. That's where the world's going. So they can get around the conundrum, the loss of the prestige of no V8. Yeah, I mean, I know we say that the Model S is not a luxury car, but let's see here. Model S sales 2019. Okay. Let's see if we can look up some sales real quick. Okay, the LS to date this year has sold 4,400 vehicles. Okay, Model S. Yeah, they definitely sold more Model S's than LS's. Because between the X and the S, they've sold 17,000, and that was like at end of September. So, yep. And I know it's not a direct competitor. It's a little bit smaller. It isn't as luxurious, but it costs very much the same. So, something that costs the same, it's in the same market, technically. Kind of. I don't know. But anyways, it's outselling the LS. Should that be happening? No, that should not be happening because LS is supposed to be the best vehicle Lexus makes. It's supposed to be, right? Doesn't mean you sell the most of it, right? The LC500 is incredible. It's arguably the best vehicle they make, but it doesn't sell at all, really. I mean, it's just a figurehead for the company. So, yep. Okay, I'm behind on comments. That's a good thing. Can you tire chains on your tires? What? No, what? No one does chains on their tires unless you have like a tractor or something like that. No one does that. I've seen it before, but no one really does it. Maybe up in Canada. Maybe you Canucks do something different up there. Javier, what's up, man? It would be cool if you would cover all Japanese automakers. Thanks, man. I think you're the first person to flatly come out and say like, "Oh, I think that'd be fun. I'd really like that." So, I'm definitely leaning that way. What is my opinion on Scotty? He's very entertaining. And he really knows his stuff too. So, I really admire him. I think he's good for YouTube, good for people, good for the automotive industry. I think so. Last time a Model S pulled into our lot looked kind of luxurious on the outside. Yeah, it looks good, I think. I think the Model S looks good. Some people think they look all bad. I'm like, I don't have an issue with it. Definitely doesn't look as nice as an LS, but when you put those 20-inch wheels or 21s, whatever goes on there, it's a 21s on a Model S. Let's see here. Yeah, I think they're 21s. They're absolutely ridiculous. It looks super cool with 21s on there. You hit one pothole though, there's $1,000 at least. But yeah, what? Yeah, look at this. Okay, let's see if I can find the 21s. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. $6,000 per set. That's $1,500 a wheel. Plus a tire is probably a $400 tire. That is crazy. Super crazy. No thanks. if I got a Tesla, I would just take off the wheels, put on. I mean, it's just a simple 5-bolt pattern. Take off the wheels and put on something else that's not going to be destroyed by a small pothole. Honestly, do all the car brands? Why not? Well, that's kind of opening up Pandora's box. I cannot cover all of them. I don't have the time. Like, maybe once I'm a full-time YouTuber, which is my dream and my goal, and you guys are helping make that happen by being here tonight. I do appreciate that. But until then, like, I have limited time. And I think it would make more sense to still focus on vehicles I'm most passionate about, which are going to be Japanese vehicles primarily. I really am not passionate about any American brands. Tesla to me is the most interesting American brand at the moment, but I'm not one of those Tesla culters by any means. I don't want a Tesla really. Okay, so yeah, no American brands. Oh, Rivian's pretty cool too. But anyways, definitely love all the Japanese automakers for the most part. Not so much. Nissan's probably my least favorite. Europeans, none of them I really care for. I kind of like Porsches, kind of like Audis. Don't really like Mercedes. Don't really like BMW. So, and this is just, yeah, I'm kind of just talking about luxury vehicles, but Japanese vehicles span the gamut from Lexus being the highest to, gosh, what Mitsubishi being the lowest. And I like them all. I think they're all fun. And so here's a dream of mine, is that when I go over to Japan for like the Tokyo Motor Show one of these years, cover all the Japanese automakers. Like, how pointless would it be if I go to the Tokyo Motor Show and just cover Toyota or Lexus, right? Like, no, I'm there for a reason. I want to hit up Acura, Honda, Mazda, Suzuki. Even though we don't get Suzukis anymore, I still like them. I like their motorcycles, and that's another thing. I like motorcycles too, but I think motorcycles might be a little bit too far-reaching for me right now for my channel. I haven't really done my research on them in the past couple of years. I still know a lot about them, not as much as I would like to, but once I started having kids, the interest in my motorcycles went down in terms of I don't like them any less. It's just that the reality of having one is just like out of the equation. So I'm like, okay, let's just not tempt myself. How about that? But yeah, let's go back to a couple of my posts. I don't know if you guys can see this. If you're on a phone, you might not be able to see it. So I zoomed in. So my poll that I put out, I'm going to refresh this because it may have gotten a few more votes. Okay. So essentially, if you add up these two, it's 45%. So almost half say, hey, cover some other vehicles. The other half are saying, no, only cover Toyota Lexus. And I understand that because you got to realize my channel has only done that so far. So the vast majority of my subscribers are Toyota Lexus people, and they don't really care. They might not care about other car brands, which is fine. So one of the guys, and I respect what he has to say because I respect what everyone has to say, even if I disagree with it. I only came to this channel because of Toyota and Lexus. Definitely could cover Honda more since they're Toyota's biggest competition. Yeah, Honda Acura would be a nice addition to your channel. Forget those other brands. Just Toyota, Honda Acura, that sort of thing. And then this comment right here, which is the same guy as down here. So he loves the channel. He's very passionate about the channel and what I cover. I appreciate Justin for saying this. It's like, I don't want you to. I only came to the channel because you talked about Toyota and Lexus. Please stick to Toyota and Lexus. They're far more superior. It's not like my content's going to get watered down. So this is what I had to say. Appreciate what you say. Toyota and Lexus will still be featured heavily if I decide to do this. You won't get any less coverage on Toyota. Still, we don't live in a Toyota bubble. I also don't get paid by Toyota, guys. Toyota does not pay me to make videos about them. or make news videos about them. Essentially, that's like free advertising for them. They don't pay me, and I have no reason to be 100% loyal to them, right? That just doesn't make sense. I still think they're the best vehicles out there, and that's why I started a channel on them in the first place. So my interest and my passion has not wavered at all. I want to make the channel as big and as successful as possible, and I want to bring as much content and information to as many people as possible. If I shoebox myself into one brand, then that limits my ability to expand, right? It's the same thing as any business or any brand. You have to expand at some point. Like originally it was just just Lexus I covered on the channel. And I did reviews, right? I did reviews on all those cars. But then that was like the first revision. Some things happened, and I really just focused on Lexus. And then I'm like, well, man, Toyota's the same company, right? I really like them. I drive Toyotas. I'm just as passionate about them. So I'm going to start covering Toyota too. And that was like, an expansion. And now I feel like this would be the next logical expansion. Me being still loyal to the Japanese culture, the Japanese automakers. They interest me the most. They always have since I was a kid. I always grew up watching anime and stuff like that. So it's always like Japanese culture has always been like one of my favorite things. Like when I was growing up, I'm like, that's the one language I want to learn is Japanese. I think it's super cool. I really respect their culture. But like some people will be like, oh, you're anti-American. I'm like, no, freedom of speech. That's American. I can like whatever I want to like. I have some people that come troll on the channel and be like, oh my gosh, you should only like American-made vehicles, blah, 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 blah. Like most Toyotas and most of the Lexuses are made in the Americas. So anyways, I'm not going to get an argument with myself about a poster. But yeah, like people are just so silly. They're just so silly. And they call me like a socialist. It's just crazy. People are nuts. People are absolutely nuts. So anyways, what do you guys think? That was quite the long monologue, and yeah, I'm ready to chat it up with you guys. Someone needs to take Scotty's old Celica and replace it with something BMW as a Christmas gift. That's like a lump of coal in his stocking. Sergeant Kobe. He meant to surround sound all those things and about 2 subwoofers, Yamaha, this thing, 10-inch subkick. Okay. The more you post, the more views and subs. That's true. Chains on winter tires, more for in the mountains. In southwestern Ontario, I've never seen chains in the city or countryside. What about the electric Mustang, though? We talked elemental swing. We actually talked about that earlier in the stream about the electric Mustang, which is totally just like a concept. It's not coming to production anytime soon. What do you think will happen to Infinity? Javier, I think you must not have been in the stream when we talked about it. But I think Infinity is going to be gone in the next 5 years. That's my guess. How do I like Subaru? They're all right. They're not my favorite Japanese brand, but I definitely respect them. Growing up, I always admired the WRXs and the STIs. And I think the new Ascent is a good vehicle for the company. Yeah, they're very basic vehicles, and people love that about them. They're very basic. They're fairly rugged, pretty simple. Definitely not luxurious in any sense of the word. But they're all right. They're all right. I don't mind them. Motorcycles are death traps, can literally lose a toe just sitting in the seat. Your uncle did that. Yeah, that can happen. You need to wear like steel toe boots. He may have not been wearing steel toe boots or rider boots. Those are good too. Like actual motorcycle boots. Subarus are like Hondas, easy to fix and will run till eternity. Unless you have a head gasket issue. or a transmission issue, which they've been notorious for. But most of them are pretty rock solid. I Love Motorcycles had a 99 R6 Yamaha and an 02 CBR 954. Oof. Oof. So my brother-in-law had an, was it a 2001 Yamaha R6? And that was like, when I was probably 12 or 13 at the time. And I was just like, well, maybe I wasn't that young. Maybe I was a little bit older. Maybe I was like 14. Maybe I was 14. I don't remember. But anyways, like, ever since then, I've been a huge fan of motorcycles. Before that, I could care less. But then, like, once my brother-in-law got his first motorcycle, I think that might have been his last motorcycle too. He didn't die, he's still alive, but he got rid of it. But yeah, I've ever since then. So, would it be about 15 years? I've just loved motorcycles. Absolutely love them. Ignore trolls, yeah, man. I do pretty good at ignoring trolls. I've seen a lot of other YouTubers, especially successful ones, struggle with trolls. It's definitely like something you have to mature yourself to be able to disregard and not be able to like have an emotional response to. It's not easy. But yeah, thanks for the encouragement. It's always good to know what everyone is doing so Toyota Lexus can improve their shortcomings. Yeah, KevBot. So this is another thing. Is that as of now, I'm a Lexus salesman. As awful as that sounds, that's what I do, and I enjoy it the vast majority of the time. But the times that I don't enjoy it, it's like anything, right? No job is perfect, but I really like this job. But there are times where I really don't, and I know it's not something I want to do for the rest of my life. I know that. In the meantime, I'm enjoying it. And then also, so if I cover other vehicles, other Japanese automakers, it's just going to allow me to be more knowledgeable. We have people cross shop us with Subaru, Hondas, Acuras, Infinitis, all the time. Never really Mazda. Sometimes Mazda, but it's extraordinarily rare. But it's just going to allow me to be a better sales consultant. If I know more about other vehicles, and covering it on the channel just makes sense, because I enjoy all vehicles. I really enjoy. It's not like I hate BMW because they're expensive to maintain, and no, it's impossible for me to hate another car brand. There's just car brands I like more than others, if that makes sense. Definitely appreciate all automakers. I think it's silly. It would be absolutely silly to, hate another car brand just because of whatever reason. Scotty said he dropped out of college. Well, hey, it doesn't matter. He's a multi-millionaire now. And a lot of people who didn't go to college are very rich and wealthy. I think college taught me a lot of things. Definitely taught me a lot of things. And it wasn't necessarily the things I learned in college, like the curriculum. I think I learned more about life and relationships and the world-ish in college. It was definitely a maturation process. I would say I didn't learn anything in my curriculum that really changed my life. It was just the experience that helped mature me, if that makes sense. Because I don't use my my degree for anything right now, so I would keep the Japanese stuff as the core. It seems like the electric cars are becoming very popular as well. Maybe a Lexus VS versus Tesla video would be cool in the future. Yeah, absolutely. I'd definitely consider doing that. Yeah, it's definitely a possibility. But Lexus needs to have electric vehicle first. It's really hard to compare anyone against Tesla right now because they're just so different. Lunatic, I think you should do whatever you need to do to help expand and grow your channel. Thanks, man. Oh, you're here to watch me? I do love Toyota, and you're down to earth. If you were a tool, I wouldn't watch your content. Thanks, man. I wouldn't watch my content either if I was a tool. You know, there's a lot of successful tools out there because there's a lot of tools that follow tools. But I know you guys that watch my content, you guys are fairly similar to how I think. Otherwise, you wouldn't stick around. So I don't know if that makes sense. But yeah, I know you guys are very like-minded individuals, right? We share this common interest in Toyota and Lexus at the heart of everything. But I know you guys, at a deeper level than that, guys, we're car people. We like cars. We enjoy them. And I don't if someone gave you like a Porsche, no one's gonna say no to that unless you just want to sell it and get the money out of it. But like I'm sure all of you guys can appreciate every car brand for what it brings to the table. No car is perfect. Do I think Toyota and Lexus make the most perfect cars? Maybe, slightly biased, but I really think the Japanese, for the most part, do the best at making the most well-rounded and reliable and cost-effective vehicles. So, yeah. I might do this to you guys. Full screen webcam. Oh my gosh, I've been streaming for an hour and 23 minutes. That's okay. I'm going to turn the fan on because I'm hot, but I'm still going strong. I'm not tired or anything. So, yeah, donations would help. Wink, wink. No, I'm kidding. No kidding, guys. Red elephants. It's the only donator I need. Just saying. But I don't, whatever you guys, I'm just appreciative that you guys are here chatting it up. That's enough for me. It's enough for me. In-car reviews are always cool. Yeah, I love doing that the most. The problem is that I can't do it as much as I want to right now for a couple of reasons. One, it's not my full-time job, and in-car reviews and walkarounds and things like that are very time intensive. Although they do wonders for my channel, there's no doubting that, and I want to do more of them. Two, I don't have really as much access to vehicles as I would like to. As I would like to, I'll just say that. And the reason is, I can't go to other dealerships. It would be like a conflict of interest for my job, right? If I was going to other dealerships and essentially promoting them, right? It doesn't work like that as a sales consultant. So that's why you guys are going to continue to get Lexus reviews. So the reviews I want to do the remainder of the year, I want to do the 2020 RX Hybrid. I want to do the 2020 GX and possibly the 2020 GX off-road package if I can get it. So those are the vehicles I'm probably going to do before the end of the year. So I'm excited about that. The new Volvo crossover amazes me. Glass gear knob? What? What's the new Volvo called? You guys know what the new Volvo is called? Oh, is there a new XC90 out? No, it looks like the same XC90. It's not a redesign or anything. I think on the channel I reviewed a 16 and a 17 XC90. Two different ones, two different packages. One was like the R design. And one was like a luxury trim. Like, just can't think of what it's called. Lexus Ambassador says, I read a quote recently from a college dropout multimillionaire businessman, and he said, it's a C and D graders and dropout students who create the jobs for all you A and B students. Yeah, I've heard that before. I've heard that same sort of rhetoric before. Yeah. I watch you because of your personality. I think you post cool stuff and talk about good topics. Thanks, Sergeant Kobe. Thanks for the support, bro. Add T8 to the XC90. Okay. Let's check this out. Oh, it's a plug-in hybrid. They've been doing that for a few years now. I've heard it's like atrocious in terms of reliability. People have just a nightmare with this thing. The plug-in, here, I'll show you. Volvos are one of the most unreliable brands right now, which is a shame. I like their designs. I think their interiors are incredible. They're really, to be honest, they're the only interiors that I've been in that have impressed me as much as Lexus. Yep, you heard it. You've heard it from me. I really like their interiors. Well, speaking of which, continues to provide a pleasantly designed environment of understated luxury. Volvo seats are excellent. Second row capture chairs are no exception. Our tester didn't have pull-down armrests on the second row seats, which we would have appreciated, but otherwise the cabin was an eminently pleasant place to spend a couple hours. Oh, there's the glass knob. That's crazy. It's beautiful in its own way. It's a little crystal ball in your hand. The Aviator is a plug-in hybrid now. I know the X5. We had an X5 that was appraised at our dealership recently. It was a plug-in hybrid. I think it only got like 18 miles or something on electric charge. But for most people, that's like, some people that's more than enough for their commute. But interesting. I didn't know that the Aviator had a plug-in hybrid. Yeah. Lexus needs plug-in hybrids as soon as possible. How are you liking the Sienna? Why did you choose Sienna over Highlander? Because I have a ton of kids. Simple as that. If I had 2 kids, I'd probably get a Highlander. 3 kids, a van. And like, the longer I have it, the more I'm grateful that I have a van. As much as it goes against like the status quo. The fact that I can open up each door, each sliding door and my rear hatch on the key fob before I get to the vehicle, with little kids, that is a priceless feature. And the amount of storage behind the rear seats, the amount of storage back there it's like a black hole, the amount of stuff you can put there. And that's what the seat's assembled. It's nuts. Think you pay extra for those keys? Came with the car. I got 2 sets of them. So. Lexus needs an SUV with captain seats. What do you mean? They have They have 2 of them. The GX has captain seats and the RXL has captain seats. Yeah, every single sport design GX from 2017 and newer has a captain's chair. And then on the RXL, it's an option. And the RX Hybrid L, it is standard, and it's the only way you can get it. Oh, you pay extra, Kev. Oh, you're talking to Kev. You meant Kev, not Key. I gotcha. I got you. Yeah. Yep. Whew. There's my first yawn. Okay, guys. Questions. I'm probably not going to be on for much longer. As of 10 minutes ago, I wasn't tired, but I'm starting to slow down now. So, have I seen a Sienna off-roader all black? No, I haven't. Is it like a Sienna TRD or something? Like this thing? That thing right there? Ultra utility vehicle is my guess, is what it means. That's so funny. Oh, that's awesome. Oh my gosh. This is on the Toyota's newsroom in 2015. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Oof, Rocky. Rocky with a hard question. I'll get to that in a little bit. I think it was a one-off. Yeah. Cab bucket, and I think the LX. Yeah, the next LX will definitely get captain seats, but that won't come out. The LX 600 won't come out for like 2 or 3 more years. LF Limitless should be one sexy SUV. Yes, yes it will. It's not here yet though. It needs to be here. They need to have a flagship crossover. That's not the LX. People don't want the LX. It's too big. And terrible gas mileage. People hate that fact. Even though they have so much money, they still hate that idea. You think NX gets a longer wheelbase in the redesign? I do. I do think the NX will get a longer in the redesign. We'll get a lot of stuff. It's going to be a plug-in hybrid too, so that's exciting. Okay, so NX's competitors. So we have the NX. There's the RDX. Let's see here. There's the QX50. I mean, we just brought up Volvo, so that would be the XC70. Jaguar E-Pace, I guess. What else? What are the other competitors to the NX? Am I missing some? Oh yeah, I am. The GLC 300 for Mercedes. BMW X3. That's about all of them. I'm trying to think of any else. GLC 300 is pretty darn nice. I've driven a 2020. I did like it. Would I own one? Never. Nope. If you like it, consider leasing it. Never buy one. Let's see here. BMW X3. I don't think I've actually ever driven one. I've driven the X1 before. But It's another German vehicle, so with that regard, I would only lease it. It's going to lease cheap too. BMW's lease pretty darn cheap. RDX is a real nice vehicle. Great motor, great transmission. What else about it? About the so with the RDX, it doesn't have nearly the same safety feature standard that the Lexus does, and you pay more for it. So if you want to equip an RDX how the NX is equipped with all the safety features, you're going to be paying a lot more. So in that regard, the NX is a better buy. If you don't really care about safety features and you want a little bit more sportiness, performance, then the RDX is probably the way to go. Let's assume they're both equal in reliability. Yeah. I mean, they're both. You can't make a bad decision on either of those vehicles. Just which one you like the most. QX50. I just drove a 19 or a 20. It was brand new. It was big-ish, kind of like the RDX. They're both a little bit bigger than the NX, but it has a CVT, and from a stop, it's the worst feeling ever. That spongy accelerating feeling. It's like, just accelerate, like go, and just doesn't go from a stop. When you're up to speed, it's actually really, really responsive and nice, but the zero, like stop from a stop, it just kills it for me. I can't recommend the QX50. XC70, I'm absolutely in love with that 2-liter supercharged and turbocharged motor that Volvo makes. I think it's a freaking. It feels like almost like an electric motor because it feels like it's at peak power all the time. I haven't actually driven the redesigned one, so I can't tell you how good it is. But again, with a Volvo, I wouldn't buy one. I would only lease it. And a Jaguar E-Pace, never driven it, and I probably can't even recommend leasing it. So, Evoque, yeah, I get cross-shopped on Evoques too. Ugh. NX should not be compared to the GLA X1 Q3. No, those are UX competitors, Rocky. Oh yeah, Audi Q5. The Q5 is definitely sportier. Yeah, there's just so. Look how. I mean, I'm missing. You see that? Oh, you guys can't really see it, but I'm missing several main competitors like the Q5, and yeah, it's just a very, very competitive market space. That, like, compact crossover. So, what do you think of the new Subaru Outback? It's okay. Subarus really don't get me that excited. But the fact that they are working closer and closer with Toyota definitely piques my interest. 50k miles, Mustang needs a new engine already or need rebuilt? Quite possibly. Oh man, I got 17 people in here. I can't quit now, guys. I can't quit now. Oh, 16. All right. I definitely can quit now. They just blow. Yeah, they're over boosted. They're over boosted. I know some of the German cars you can boost the hell out of. They're just built very, very sturdy. I don't know if I can say the same about most Ford products. Subaru EyeSight safety system is amazing. I believe it. And I do so many videos it's hard to remember which one I did, but I had a video recently talking about how a lot of the Japanese automakers, so Subaru, Mazda, Yamaha. Is there any other? Suzuki and Toyota are all going to be sharing technology now. So things like EyeSight, it's just going to be called something different than Toyota. They're all going to share the same basic technology. So, and people redline it for minutes. Yeah. When do you think Toyota will? Ernest, what's up? Toyota will start doing electric cars. Well, they're starting this year. The CHR has a fully electric version in China now. And then Lexus is unveiling their first electric vehicle, which my guess is, again, for China only. I hope I'm wrong. But Lexus is unveiling their first electric vehicle this month at the LA Auto Show or at the Guangzhou show in China. So I probably butchered that, but whatever. Do you think the new Corvette will have issues? Any car has issues, but the first year of anything has a lot of issues, right? So I'm sure it will have its issues, but people won't care. I gotta get my next Corvette. This mid-engine, man, it's real fast. It's gonna be fast as hell, but it's also cheap as hell for a reason. Talk about how to. Oof, that's Rocky. That's a deep question there, and it's not so easy to answer because it depends on so many different factors. Think about it like this: if you buy a Honda product or Toyota product, or even Subarus right now, they're tending to hold their value really well. You shouldn't have to worry so much about the depreciation curve because they're going to do better than just about any other automaker out there. For some reason, Jeep Wranglers also hold their value really, really well. Don't ask me why, they just do. And pickup trucks hold their value really well. So, yep. But in terms of like, vehicles are just a terrible investment. When it comes to money, they're a good investment for transportation and safety and taking care of you and your family, of course, are a good investment in that regard. But in terms of it retaining its value, they're not very good. So just pay a little bit more and pay for a better product like a Honda or Toyota, or their luxury counterparts, and it'll hold its value fairly well. It's never going to be as good as you want it to be. Corolla has electric too, and it's Toyota yet. Does it? I wouldn't be surprised. Lane tracing any good in the new ES? I don't really like lane tracing. It's good. It's good. It works pretty well, but I don't really like it personally, so. How's reliability in the hybrid Corolla? I'm thinking about trading in my wife's Civic for one. Get one. Get one. I wouldn't even think about it, dude. Hybrid Toyotas are arguably the most reliable vehicles on the road. They're that good. The Corolla has the same powertrain from the Prius, and that thing's like bulletproof. I'm a huge fan of the hybrid Corolla. Huge fan. I just wish they made it in a hatchback. But I mean that would be kind of like the Prius, I guess. But I'm just not a big fan of sedans or Toyota sedans. I don't know if that makes sense. I am, but I don't. I have a Toyota Matrix. It was essentially a hatchback Corolla, and that thing is super, super versatile. So it's hard to go back. Once you have versatility like a van or a hatchback, it's hard to go back to a sedan. So that's just me, though. Do you think Nissan Mitsubishi should get out of the car alliance with Renault? I think they don't have a choice. That's the thing. Their future is very bleak. Yeah, Prius is awesome. Yeah, Nissan and Mitsubishi are just... Oh, that company, that whole partnership has gone to hell in a handbasket. What's up with the new design of the Prius? What is it? Designer sleeping design? It looks weird. It does look weird. The Prius has always looked weird. I'd say maybe the 3rd gen Prius looks the best. But I don't know. I'm used to the 4th gen Prius. I don't think it looks, I don't know. I kind of like how quirky and crazy looking it is. It doesn't bother me. Yeah. Well, guys, I appreciate you guys coming out tonight. I'm getting pretty sleepy now. And Rocket, before I leave, Rocky says, what are key factors considered when looking to buy pre-owned? Oh man, Rocky's like doing these soul searching, super deep, like you can write a book about the questions he's asking. Rocky, man, I don't know what to tell you. That's a really, really hard question. I'm about ready to sign off. So you got to do your research on your vehicle. Simple as that. With the internet, you have endless resources and information about the vehicle that you're interested in. So look at the potential issues with that car. Typically with a Toyota, you don't have to worry about it nearly as much as you do on most other vehicles. With my Toyota Sienna, no car is perfect. You're going to have issues. And the older it is, typically the more chance that you're going to have issues with it. But there's a point where you have to trust your gut. And that I did a large part of trusting my gut with this past vehicle. It just felt like the right vehicle. And that's something people don't really know how to do very well, is trust their gut. People get wrapped up in the intellect. Oh, well, it doesn't have this, it doesn't have this. Oh, well, this isn't perfect with it. Or that like this. And I see it a lot as a sales consultant. People are unable to make decisions because they get too wrapped up in X's and O's. And you got to realize every single decision you make is an emotional decision. It can be guided by rationality, but essentially it's an emotional decision. I think there's a book on that. I haven't read it, but yes. So trust your gut, and if the car feels right and it has a good Carfax history, Carfax histories say a lot about the vehicle. So that's all. That's it. I probably went into that more deeply than I should have. I like the Prius C, more hatchback, a little too small. I love the Prius C. It's essentially a Yaris hybrid. Yeah, love it. It's very small though. Make sure it runs. Yep. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up. Lunatic promoting the channel. Thanks, brother. Francis Jack Gossick. Sienna will get between 17 and 19 on average. 2009 Unlimited is what I had for 5 years. Are you talking about miles per gallon? It's a good chance. Francis Check. Am I saying that right? Francis Check? Francis Check? Where are you from, Francis? I'll just call you Francis. Where are you from, bro? Like Poland or something? Oh man, I nailed it. I said Poland and he said Poland. That's awesome. Cool. Well, thanks for tuning in from Poland. It's probably like, gosh, what time is it here? It's probably like 4 in the morning there or something. Yeah, my gas mileage is not good on the Sienna, but you know what? It wasn't really good on my Avalon either, and I get a lot more, it's a lot better vehicle for my usage with the Sienna. So, and I got all-wheel drive. How about that? So, anyways, guys, I'm peacing out. Expect to see a little bit more variety of coverage on the channel. I did a little bit of compiling news sources today to be able to pump out some some different videos about different automakers. So expect to see that. That's where my gut is telling me. I was just telling you guys, like, you got to trust. Every once in a while, you just have this urge. You don't know where it comes from. You need to trust it. So you trust it sometimes. Drive it like there's no tomorrow. I drive it like an old man. That's how I drive that vehicle. It just, that's the personality of the Sienna, is like a barge, a slow moving, smooth, comfortable barge. Can't wait. Yep. See you, Lunatic. See you, Sergeant Kobe, Francis, Red Elephants, Rocky. I'm sure there's more. Ernest. Ernest said, I got a Venza from dealership. My country's supposedly brand new from us a couple months into it. Started giving me 4-wheel drive errors. There's a way to check. Oof. Bro. Sorry to hear about that. I have no idea. Have fun in the snow, yes. I'll probably be posting some things about the snow. So Ernest, best of luck with you. I don't have an answer for you, man. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace, deuce. Later.